Hey everyone, it's Erin again from Hinge Designs. Today is my third installation of my Avengers Superheroes poster background inspirations. So today, my first day was Spider-Man, second day was Black Panther, and today is going to be Iron Man. So as you can see on this one, it also has the droplet looking design. I really like this. It kind of inspired me to do more with my canvases themselves. So today I'm going to go ahead and do this one, and unlike the Spider-Man and the Black Panther, I'm going to do this one with a white background just because I'm kind of inspired by the Black Panther one I did, where it was all black and then it had like the shocks of purple and blue and stuff. I think this one should be white with the shocks of red and yellow and everything. So the colors that I'm choosing today are this crimson from Artist Loft. It's a really bold red, I love it. This is called Satin Carrot from Handmade Modern. This is from Target actually. It's a really nice color. It's not like a bright yellow, it's like kind of a darker yellow, which I thought was perfect. And then also from Target, the Handmade Modern Metallic New Penny. I thought that was a pretty cool color, kind of reminds me of like a machine like Iron Man. And then of course Craftsman just brown, straight up just brown. Kind of bring out some of the, kind of break up all the brightness we got going on here. And then of course Craftsman gold, so just their metallic gold. Like, if you watched any of my videos, gold and silver tend to be my go-tos in every paint canvas I've done, so why not do it in this one? Even though I have yellow, I still want to put in gold. So like I said, I'm going to do a white background. My mixture is usually, well, it's pretty much 99%. It's half Floetrol and half acrylic paint with just like a few spurts of water. Just kind of depends on how the mixture is. You kind of want it to be like that soupy, soupy texture, especially when it's the background. You want it to be really, really smooth, so that there's no cracks or bumps or anything like that. I've learned the hard way on having too thick of paint as your background. So I definitely have learned my lesson and have gone for a much thinner background. So this pour is going to be kind of like the one I did with Black Panther, where I'm going to do the Dutch technique with my trusty hairdryer. And this time hopefully I won't touch the hairdryer in my paint again. It's very hard to do because normally with this you want a shorter head. You want it to be pretty close so that you could have more control, but I couldn't find one. So especially with this, you want this kind of this tip, I guess, because it's much more controlled, but I couldn't find one with a shorter neck, so this was it. And plus this was the cheapest one I could find at Target. Oh, I'm also going to do a little bit of black just to kind of break up the lights. Nothing crazy though. This is left over from all my other pours. It's the exact same as this, half and half with a little bit of water. Okay, so let's get started. Make sure this is clean. Okay. That's nice. So I'm just going to cover my canvas with white. This canvas is not set in white. It's actually not painted like most of the canvases that we have. So I'm curious how this one's going to handle. It feels a little bit more flimsy in the middle than some of the other ones that tend to be a lot tighter. But we got these off of Amazon for like a really good deal. And I'm hoping that they don't look any different or act any different. They may suck up the paint a little bit more just because they don't have that first coat like most of the canvases we have do. So that'll be interesting. Oh, and also I didn't put any silicone in any of my paints. I don't want crazy cells. I mean, I know I'm going to get cells because of the Floetrol and the water, but I don't want it to go very celly, like some of my other past things. So I'm trying to keep it very simple. Not too worried about the sides. Can always touch those up later. Just want to get all the top of the canvas done. A bit more over here. It's like icing a cake. Excuse the heater that just turned on. It's cold tonight, so we're trying to keep the house warm. I might have to do a little yelling. You can't hear me. Oh yeah. Now the tutorial that I watched when it came to the Dutch technique, the lady who showed, I mean, she basically does the Dutch technique exclusively. I haven't really seen her do much else. She basically just takes the paint and just wipes it with her own finger. She says the best tool in your toolbox is your finger. So don't be afraid to get messy, because this is not a neat way of painting. You're not gonna win any prizes by staying clean, which is unfortunate because I wore clothes today that I don't really want to get paint on, but I'm hoping to be okay with that. Because for some reason this side just, this canvas is definitely sucking in the paint more than my other canvases. Something there. So I'm actually seeing the canvas coming through. I'm just making it worse by doing that. Plus my canvas, the surface, you should normally have it to be really, really level, and I truly doubt mine is level. And I don't usually try to make it level. I don't bring out my measuring, my level, and leveling it. But I may in the future, I don't know. Maybe if things become unsuccessful, then maybe I'll do that. But for now, it is what it is. Okay. Alright. Let's stop messing with this white. I see a lot of bubbles. The best way to get rid of these bubbles is to put some heat to it. So I'm gonna grab my torch over here and just do a once over and get rid of some of these bubbles. Good enough. Okay. Give this a good mix. It's been sitting here for a little bit. Make sure it's still at the texture, the consistency I want. Like I said, you want it to be a little bit soupy. So it's like taking a spoon into your soup and then letting it run down. It's gotta be like a, yeah, that's what I want. It's cold in my garage right now, so I think my paint is drying up quicker. Because a So when I first did this paint was running off perfectly, and now it's a little bit chalky. There. Okay. Sorry, you guys, you have to watch me do this. I was hoping to save time. Last one, my gold, which is always the thickest. Yeah. All right, perfect. Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to do, as opposed to what I did to the Black Panther one, is I'm going to actually put more of the color like towards the middle versus the side, because I want it to kind of spread all over. I'm going to do 3 to 4 multicolored dots. So this is the red. It's a little thicker than I want it to be, but still looks good. This is the gold. Put the yellow on that. Maybe some of the brown. I'm going to do a brown dot now. Copper in there. Some more red. Even though you can't see the color now, because you can see that right here, the red is underneath. Once you start blowing the paint around, you'll see the colors come out, no problem. So we're gonna do a gold dot. Smaller one here. Put a little copper in that. See a lot of yellow. Not too worried about that. Iron Man has a lot of yellow and red in his uniform, or suit, I guess you would call it. So I'm not super worried about that coming through more than any other colors. I just think here. Yeah, I think I'm liking it. I'm seeing some bubbles come up already, so that means I'm gonna get some cells coming through. I'm gonna do a little red on top here. Maybe a teensy bit more gold here. Alright, I'm liking that. Okay, so get all your stuff out of the way before you decide to use the hairdryer. Oh, let me put a teensy bit of black in each one of these. Just a tiny bit. Black goes a long way. It will show up no matter what you do. If you don't want a lot of black, then you really shouldn't put any or a lot in there. So Just really saturate around the color with your white. Try to also, if you see any part of the canvas coming through, maybe get that too. I'm gonna save your guys' eardrums, and I'm gonna kind of mute this so you don't hear it because it's pretty loud. So the rest I'm gonna do with my mouth. Looking pretty nice. Got a little bit of sellage happening right here. Don't mind that. I like how it's faded off right there. Definitely needs some more white where there's the empty spaces. This canvas, like I said, I recommend getting the canvases that are already painted, because this one is just, I mean, it is eating all my paint. forget your corners. Pretty cool. You can kind of tilt it if you feel like you want to spread out a little bit. I think I'm gonna get some sellage in certain spots. Let them kind of come out on their own here. Yeah. Okay. You got your socks on? Yeah. Okay. Come on over.
Cool.
Yeah.
Aquaman. Whoa.
What do you think?
It's good.
You like it?
Are you done with it?
Not quite yet.
I'm watching this.
Oh yeah, I remember Pocoyo.
Why are you on the video?
Because I'm recording what I'm doing. There you go.
You want to tell them?
Yeah.
There's no one in there.
I know. Alright. I think I'm done. I'll go ahead and bring you in closer. Alright. So you can see all the reds and yellows. I told you the yellows were definitely going to come through. The red obviously did too. We got some cells happening. Like I said, I did not put any silicone in it. Just did this on its own with the Floetrol and the water and not letting the paint just settle. But all in all, I'm really happy. I like the little bit of cells coming through. Nothing crazy. You got your smooth parts too. Alright, so this is my Iron Man inspired pour. Or I guess this is not a pour, the blow dry, I guess you call it. Dutch technique. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!